Hello and welcome to episode 4 of On the Gear podcast, brought to you by Infinity Motorcycles. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about some leaked spy shots, a potential M1300GS, the Klim GPG program, and why the DVSA want to take photographs of your bike at MOT time. We've decided to split the episode up this week, keep all of the news about bikes and gear in one episode, and then have a second show later on in the week about our main topic. This week, we attempt to talk about A2 bikes and what we would do if we were going to be taking our test again. Hopefully you enjoy the format. It will make the podcast slightly easier to digest. For now, though, enjoy the episode. Well, that was smooth, I think.
Yeah.
That's nice that you've been able to dual screen it, though, so...
Very funky.
Akimbo
That's
screening.
good. Tell me what you've been doing on your bike this week, then.
I've done a big purchase.
What did you
Big
buy?
purchase. I did not get my timing right.
Go on.
The things I thought were going to take weeks to arrive, all arrived at the same time. There's 3 different
Nice.
items. So the running total at the moment is £1,000.
What'd you buy? What does £1,000 get you for 3 items?
Not much if you've got a Harley. I've got an exhaust, some gaskets, an umbrella, a vest.
Wow.
That's more to go with the bike rather than on the
Or
bike.
for the bike.
Yeah.
Okay. What exhaust did you go for?
Cobra El Diablo, 2-to-1, because it gets more power, so you got more scavenging.
That's good.
Is that what it's called?
You can scavenge the exhaust, yeah?
Yeah.
Scavenge the exhaust pulses.
Yeah, so it should sound a little bit more grumbly, and
Nice.
2 should mean I have a little bit more horse ponies coming out the back of that
So
bike.
we're talking sort of going from like 45 to 50 horsepower, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, well, 61 to whatever, like 70.
I was joking. It's not that low,
No.
is it?
What, 61?
That's what it makes normally.
Yeah, for the XL 1200S, 61 or 65. Big horse ponies.
And you're going to get 70.
70
maybe.
something, maybe.
When are you going to fit your exhaust?
Once I've fixed the leak with the gaskets. So that'll be a whole thing.
Is that a weekend job?
Weekend job, hopefully. Well, to be fair, I'm going to do the base gasket as well. So I'm going to do that then, because the actual backtrack, the actual problem is what I think it is, or mate thinks it is the oil seal on the push rods.
Okay.
So replace that, but while I'm there, might as well put the basic gasket on, do the head gasket and all the other gaskets all the way up to the top end, because I'm there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then hopefully, if it leaks again, it's a me problem.
That's up to you to figure it out.
Yeah. But then I'll put the exhaust on, and then I need to order some jets because it is carbureted.
So that's your remap.
That is my remap.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is getting quite spicy, price-wise.
Yeah.
So gaskets, exhaust, vest.
But to be fair, in terms of the exhaust, it's like £200 off.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it was savings
A
for
deal.
me, yeah. And it's a full system, you know,
Nice.
instead of just an end cam that you might get, like I got for the Speed Triple, was like £300.
It's a full,
Just for
from the
and cam.
headers.
Yeah.
Well, that
The
sounds
full,
lovely.
Full exhaust system. It will
I can't
sound
wait to
lovely.
hear it.
Yeah.
We
I'm
should do a
excited for that.
before and after.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
will
really
do that.
nice.
How about you? What have you been up to bike-wise?
It's very similar on the topic of exhausts, actually, because my bike's been waiting for some bits to come through the post, and again, it's almost like I'm waiting on an accumulation of bits to arrive, and then all of a sudden I'll have like 3 bikes ready and road riding, which is
How are you
great.
going to do that all at the same time?
I don't know. I think I'm going to do like the YMCA, like the village people, and just have like 3 of me
Yeah.
riding the bikes and hopefully time it all well.
Who's it, Van Damme, that like did the splits across 2 lorries
Yes,
or something?
that's what I'll do, and then I'll use my toes to control the throttle and the brake.
That'll be a
Oh,
bit
no.
lopsided though. You've got a Grom and then an SV.
I think I'll do Grom in the middle.
Yeah? Oh, that'll be your
That's like the
resting
yeah,
position.
that's it, and then I have to do like splits and up to get to the other 2 bikes.
Yeah.
So that should work. Or hopefully our friend will help me out, maybe, or I'll do it on different days.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet, but because of that, I haven't done much riding or wrenching. I actually went and looked at some bikes and I filmed them and I took some sound clips. So I thought we could play a little game and feel free to join in at home as well. In fact, please do join in at home as well. So I recorded a motorbike out in the wild. So we're going to play a sound clip for you in a second. And I want you to try and work out what bike it is. And again, you at home, please have a listen. Comment what you think it might be. We will reveal the sound of the bike at the end of the podcast. But Jonah, please, can we hear it?
I was just waiting for it to like finish serenading us.
Yeah.
This is where I get outed as not a real biker because I can't really tell. But for me, it sounds like a stock exhaust on an inline four, but I don't know what.
Some of that is right. That is an inline four.
Oh, okay.
That is not a stock exhaust.
Really? Mm-hmm. Get your money back.
That's an end can.
Really?
To be in real life, that is ferociously loud.
Oh, okay.
That's annoy your neighbours loud.
Oh, okay.
I think an iPhone microphone doesn't really pick it up very well. And actually playing it out of some tiny laptop speakers might not help.
That is
either.
true.
I will play it I'll overlay the sound properly so it sounds better.
Oh, okay.
Rather than just this tiny little.
Yeah,
tinny
no,
noise.
I thought it was a stock
But they
can.
did the job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any thoughts on what it might be?
It sounds like a nuisance, but that's from
A nuisance?
A nuisance, yeah.
Chinese brand. A nuisance.
No, about that. But yeah, no. If it sound, I don't know how I would describe the sound personally.
No.
Okay.
Don't know if it was immediately obvious, but I'm obviously not a motorcyclist myself.
Mm.
So all I hear is pop, pop, bang, bangs. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's quite loud. That hurts my eardrums, but all the power to you.
Nice.
That was a good pun, actually. Was
That's
that a
good.
pun?
All the power to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the power to you.
Brilliant.
Yeah. What do you
Funny
think
and
it
good
is?
looking. Ooh. Yeah, what would you think it is at home? Tom, again, you're on the right track there with inline 4. That was hopefully reasonably obvious. But yeah, figure out what it is and we'll tell you at the end of the show.
What's that motorcycle?
Pikachu! So, in terms of bike news this week,
Mhm.
there's been a lot of leaking.
Oil. I relate.
Photos.
Oh, okay.
Spy shots coming out left, right and centre. And the first one we have is supposedly maybe an S1000RR from BMW.
Mhm.
So it looks interesting.
I think it looks really cool, to be fair. It's definitely a different take to what BMW normally do. I feel like the front end looks completely different.
It's
in my
definitely
opinion.
I think it's sharper. It's more
Yeah.
aggressive than the
Yeah.
current S1000RR. It looks very similar to the concept RR they showed about a year ago at some fancy car thing that was going on.
For me, like BMWs in general, whether it's a motorcycle or a car, it's one of those ones where a lot of people, I don't know if it's the same with you, you see them release one and you're like, not for me. And then 3 months down the line, you're like, I'd have a bit of
That's
that.
quite nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the M3, M4 had that really ugly front grille.
Yeah.
It's still ugly, but people sort of kind of like it now because
Yeah.
it's grown on them because they've
Yeah.
had to look at it like most days.
Yeah. I like, to be fair, that's not one of those bikes per se. They've made some really cool looking ones in the past. I feel like I prefer the older gen purely because it's got simpler, more cleaner lines.
Less wings.
Yeah.
I've
really
always liked
nice
the
shape.
first one because it was asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Looked like phenomenal. Came in some really nice colours. This
Weight
looks
savings.
again, yeah,
Weight savings with the headlights.
exactly. We won't put two big ones on. We'll
Asymmetrical.
do one little one.
Yeah, let's do 2 awkward.
We'll put grills in one side
yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But this looks to be a symmetrical design. I think there was some EU law that came out which meant that you can't have asymmetry anymore. Hence why all of the BMW bikes, which were a bit wonky on the headlights,
That's a
have
weird,
gone this way.
Weird rule.
It's kind of stupid.
Is
really.
that so when they're identifying it, if they came past one way, you couldn't catch them, and they came back
the
the
other
other
way?
way,
You just drive
were
the other
like,
way. It's not me. I wasn't
Yeah, it
doing
was
that
not
legal
me.
activity.
yeah, exactly. So it can't be doing that now. It has to be perfectly
It's got to
symmetrical.
be exactly symmetrical. The things that I looked at and thought were a little bit different from the current S1000RR. So they've moved the rear brake caliper to an underslung position, so it sits underneath the swing arm.
That's odd.
So it's actually the S1000RR. I think is one of the only litre sports bikes which doesn't have that arrangement. So it was a top-mounted one, and in this shot, it's at the bottom. The M1000RR has it at the bottom. If you're going racing, you want to do a quick wheel swap, you have it at the bottom. It doesn't get in the way of changing the wheel over. So I guess there's more of a sporting racing heritage aesthetic, or maybe if you've got the same swing arm on the M and the S,
Yeah.
saves a bit of money as well. So
Yeah. I might be confusing it with something because on the Bonneville I had previously, there was a mod where you can relocate the caliper, but now I don't know whether it's relocating from the top to the bottom. So I think I said that's odd because I thought it would be the other way. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, you could convert it the other way
yeah,
from what I remembered on the Bonnie. But yeah.
probably. It depends because like it depends on the era of bike. Like some of them were at the bottom, then the top,
Yeah.
and they kind of experiment. But I think now we've got to the point where bottom is just better for wheel changes.
Okay.
So that's why the previous generation where it was on top, there were kits to swap it underneath. So I guess
Right,
BMW just
okay.
doing that from the
That might
factory.
be what I was thinking of then.
One thing I was quite sad to see on this is they've got rid of the little Whizzy wheel or Wonder wheel. Don't know if you've ever ridden a BMW. They've got a little wheel on the handlebar which does all the controls for like the TFT screen. And if you've got like a Chiggy or something, you can control that with your little wheel.
Yep.
And it's very intuitive and very like clever. It's like an iDrive in a BMW car. Like you twiddle the knob and it does all the navigation. But they've got rid of it for this.
Is that
Right.
preferable to pointy fingers?
What?
Well, because
Is it
to interact with the display, normally it's a touchscreen.
touchscreen? Yeah, I think so. Could you imagine riding your motorbike at like, I don't know, 150 because it's a sports bike and trying to like tap the screen?
On the track, yeah, of course.
What would you need to control though when you're at that speed?
Change track? Wrong song come on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Text back your friend.
It accidentally skips like a Taylor Swift track or something.
Exactly, and you're like, oh no.
Does it
needs
have the
to-
cool thing where it like holds the wheel there when you pull the axle out? I don't know what that's called.
Captive spacers?
Yes.
Don't know.
Okay.
I can't see them from the photo.
Because I don't know whether that would be like
More
reserved for
race
the.
stuff.
Yes, that one.
Probably. Just adds cost. There's a picture from the front. Looks quite nice. It looks like it's got a nice intake at the front.
The front just threw it off for me. It looks like something that you see in the back of a Renault Scenic when you're trying to put the food tray down.
What?
Have you not been in the back of like a Renault Scenic
No.
and then seen the little
The
food
fold-down
tray?
tray?
Yeah, that's
Is that what the
it-
wings remind you of?
Yeah. It looks
They-
like I could have my meal deal on the.
It looks like
front of
they were pinched from a Formula One car.
that. Yeah, I see that.
They've
Yeah,
just
yeah.
taken the front bit off and just stuck it on there.
Yeah, it's like, I'll have that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you got your drink tray on top, your little sandwich tray on the bottom.
Yeah, nice. What would the middle be? Food dispenser. Or you put your recycling in there and it
That's
goes
where
down
the
a
bin
tube.
goes. Put your rubbish in here.
Oh, I'm being stupid. I have no money to afford something like that, so I think I'm just slating it because of that, maybe.
I don't think you're a sports bike guy, to be honest.
Hey, you say that. I love myself a Daytona 675.
Yeah.
And I had a speed triple. And I had
There
a
you
street
go.
triple for 2 weeks that I wrote off. So I went faster. I would love to have a sports bike, but we'd have to go alongside the bikes I already have. I couldn't solely have that bike because I guess you like commuting on your bikes or going
Mhm.
longer distances. Not saying that you can't because people already have on sports bikes, but it's just not something I would want to do. And in the UK, I feel like, hot take, you don't really need anything more than like a 600 around the B roads that we have.
B roads, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
If you're on the motorway, fine.
Having like effortless torque is nice on the road.
Yeah.
Like loads of torque to just waft along. And talking of torque, BMW have also had some more photos leaked. A torquey motor this time, a boxer engine in the supposedly maybe M1300GS.
1300 GS.
Yeah, so you know the 1300GS, what Alan has.
Yes.
Alan is the director, one of the directors here at Infinity, and he rides his GS in sometimes.
When the weather's good.
Yeah,
joking,
but
no,
both times he's gone to go home and it's rained.
Yeah.
It's been like 30 degrees and then rained on him on his way home.
Oh no.
But this is basically takes the 1300GS, which he has, and then is potentially an M version. And the reason why people are calling it an M 1300 is because it's got the blue brakes, which all of the M bikes have blue brakes.
Oh, cool.
M equals blue.
Lovely blue calipers.
With a blue top.
I thought you were going to say carbon fibre.
Was also quite nice. It probably will have loads of carbon fibre on it. It's got a 21-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear. They're spoked, so you can put proper off-road knobbly tyres on it. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but it sounds like it's going to be really hardcore, super fun, maybe even HP2 Enduro style bike. I know this isn't really your thing. BMW took a boxer engine and then made it work off-road, and they were really, really good at doing off-road stuff.
Okay.
And they made a limited edition runner bikes, which are now worth a few quid these days. So this might be like the modern version of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We should do a video on it, because then I can tell you all about it.
Can we talk some? No. Can we talk about something that I'm really interested in?
Is it
Sure.
motorbikes?
Well, it's related to motorcycles, and that's
Go on.
because there is a certain devilish character, little movie franchise that was announced over San Diego Comic Con the last week or so.
Okay.
So the new Ghost Rider was announced.
Lovely. I did see that,
Are
actually.
you a fan of Ghost Rider?
100%.
Nick Cage.
Yeah. Angry
Really
Man. He's a
angry.
very animated actor. 100%.
I think he gives it 120%.
Yeah.
Definitely. But what I liked is it was actually one of my favourite actors, which is Ryan Gosling.
That's not going to be it. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great film. He did really well in that film you asked me to watch,
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. That was a fantastic film, and he
Yeah.
was in that. One of my favourite films of all time is Crazy Stupid Love. He's in that as well. And I think he actually asked to be in this film, if I remember rightly.
I wasn't there during the
Oh, okay.
conversations between him and the bosses, but I imagine this is his passion project. It's something that he wants to be involved in. I mean, he's got quite a close relationship, I suppose, with Disney at the moment. He's starring in he's in a Star Wars movie.
Oh, is
Okay.
Coming up. Yeah, he's in like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Starfighter, I think. So he's like a pilot and he drives X-wing.
Oh, so he's like racing still and stuff.
Yeah, so he's going to be in a vehicle. He tends to be in a lot of vehicle movies.
Yeah.
If you've watched what was that other car movie?
Drive.
Was that Drive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he just drove. He didn't really do anything
Ryan
else, just
Gosling,
drove.
as an actor, Ghost Rider, I love it. I'm also not one of those people that kind of, thinks about the previous movies and want it to be pretty much a carbon copy, but in 2028, which I think is when they're going to start filming it or releasing it or something like that. I want to know what direction they're going to go in, because obviously cruiser vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
which they were way back when, were probably quite fitting for that. So
Yeah.
it'd be quite interesting to see if they transition from like a cruiser and then make it something different, like a sportier bike or whatever the trend is of the era that we're in. And I'm not a big hater on that.
Ghost Rider on his KTM 1290 Super Adventure R.
Yeah. Flames. Yeah,
Going
on a like
off-road.
flaming GS. That's probably why the spy photos. That's actually going to be the
The new Ghost Rider bike.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He opens his panniers and all the souls fly out of it.
yeah.
Just collect. Right, it's your time now. In the top box. There you go.
Yeah.
Set it on fire.
Yeah.
In the 2007 and 2011 movies, they tend to use a Yamaha VMAX for these bikes, which deviates slightly from the. I don't want to get too nerdy on you, but it's a the 60s, 70s style Harley Davidson choppers in the comics. So a little bit different, but is there
What engine was in a 1970s Harley?
a big one?
Knucklehead.
Huh?
A knucklehead.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, what does that mean? Shovel head.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yeah, it might be in the transition period, but my dad and I had a '78 shovel head motorcycle in the Philippines. But yeah, if it's based off of that, it kind of looks like that. But these are definitely a '70s chopper look, where it's a bit over the top.
Yeah,
Massive
this one
rake.
is different than the sequel, because this one here is a lot more like it looks like it's just visual special effects.
Yeah.
All of it is just chrome and scully and stuff, and then the other one, it's a bit more scaled back.
Oh wow, that looks like what was the film where it was like an apocalypse?
The Apocalypse.
No.
The Walking Dead,
No, Mad Max.
Mad Max.
That looks like it's from Mad Max. It's a bit like dirty and like looks a bit run down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's less devilish.
Doesn't look as mean. Yeah.
It does look quite mean because it's wide and it's got the big I'm guessing
Intakes.
intakes, yeah, on the sides there, and the massive like frame. It's aggressive in its own way, but like still, I think it deviates a little bit.
I always really liked the Buell that he
Yeah.
had when Nicolas Cage, in the first film, he does a stunt. He uses it for like stunting.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was the coolest looking bike. Like twin underseat pipes, that Harley V twin, and
Buell,
like flat
yeah.
bars, and he jumps over the helicopters. I thought that was awesome. I really like that bike. I would like to see him not ride a cruiser.
Yeah. Honestly, up to directors, producers' interpretation, whatever is cool at the time, I think is the one they should go for. I definitely think they did it for the period of time the movie came out of, like what was kind of trending
Yeah.
or a cool.
It's very Hollywood vibe.
Yeah. One thing that confuses me though, I know this is all like fantasy, it's Marvel and it's all made up and everything. His bike catches on fire, right? So it turns into flames and stuff.
Mhm.
Why does it have an intercooler?
For when it's not on fire.
It just makes no sense to me. Oh, let's cool the flames down, shall we?
Maybe it's got really good coolant in it.
Yeah,
The ice cold coolant.
yeah. That bit confuses me. And then the last one, the photo that you showed earlier with the chopper, like you can make out it's got a long rake, so it's very difficult to ride, especially fast.
Doesn't he ride it up a building? I'm sure he rides it up a building.
Suspended
Yeah.
disbelief.
Like, but I love how.
God, what, this flaming chopper! How unbelievable! He's riding it up a building.
I find it funny how it starts off looking like a bike, and then it goes towards the engine, and it kind of just. They're like, oh, just shade it in here, and then his
Make it
legs are
look
going to cover
shiny
that.
and metal.
Yeah, his legs are covering that. We don't need to think about that.
Random fun fact about this movie is Eva Mendes stars in the original one with she's Ryan Gosling's wife. So Ryan Gosling's going to star in the movie. Was wondering whether or not Eva Mendes will reprise her role.
As his wife again.
Yes.
Yes, or girlfriend. I can't remember.
Girlfriend again.
Girlfriend, Ghost Rider.
This time
Ghost
it's
Rider's
personal.
girlfriend.
I have a question to you then, guys. Is, if you were Ghost Rider, what bike would you have?
Suzuki SV650.
Bergman 400.
Moving on.
It's got so much storage.
Look at the space for all my flames.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Convenience. If
Souls,
you're chasing someone down,
Flames,
you don't have to swing your leg over everything. You
chain whip.
just step through.
You must get peckish. You need a snack.
I don't think whether or not his skull, can you eat things as a skull or a
Yeah.
skeleton?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
can
where it
pretend.
goes, but yeah.
Yeah, you can pretend.
Okay.
Probably straight back out again. It just misses the whole middle bit.
There we go.
He empties his chaps at the end of the day. They're full of Tesco meal deals.
So what's this?
So this is an MOT, well, a motorbike at an MOT centre having its photo taken. Can you see anything wrong with that bike at all, Tom?
Yes, we saw this earlier, and it's the license plate, obviously being wrong, and some other bits. I can't remember, but I saw this all over the interwebs.
Yes. So this is for people at home, this is a Suzuki GSXR in an MOT bay, and the number plate is the wrong size. Also, the reflector is in the wrong place as well. Now, the reason why this photo has come about is because the DVSA are rolling out photos to be taken when a vehicle has its MOT. So they trialled it earlier this year, found it was successful, and they want to continue rolling it out. So anytime your car, motorbike, whatever goes in for an MOT, they have to take a photo of it physically there in the test bay.
Yeah.
So now this, you're like, oh, well, then they can see that they've obviously, their bike's failed on the
License
number plate and the reflector, but it's more to do with people getting MOTs when their vehicle isn't actually there.
Yeah.
So it's called a ghost MOT, and if you've got a really dodgy MOT person, they will normally charge you a lot of money for you to not even turn up and have your vehicle MOT'd. I've never seen it with motorbikes, to be honest. I've know some car people that have offered ghost MOTs before, or like would know somebody, a plug, and it was like £200 to £300 for an MOT.
Damn.
For whatever reason, it means that you don't have to take it up the road to get it done.
Yeah.
Or your car's probably super illegal or super dodgy. So I'm all for it in the sense of it makes vehicles safer, or at least means that people are actually going to turn up and have a vehicle safely checked
Yeah.
at the MOT bay.
Hopefully it's only the rear that they take a photo of.
It would be useless on a motorbike taking the front. You wouldn't know what bike it was. You wouldn't have the plate there.
But yeah, so that's something that surprised me a little bit, and something that a lot of people are going to ask is probably, well, for me at least, aftermarket exhausts and stuff like that.
Yeah, so from the photo, they're not going to be able to tell how loud your bike is. There isn't actually a defined decibel limit for exhaust noise, and it kind of just has a very loose, does it sound like a bike of the same make and model with a standard exhaust?
Yeah, but
It's
it's just
kind
more
of-
so like the N can. If they say, oh, that's an SC or something, they can identify that is a loud exhaust.
Potentially. Couldn't see if there was any baffles or anything. It's more, I think, just to see if it's turned up and if there's anything obvious.
Okay, cool. Phew.
I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Especially with a Harley, because they're all loud from factory, so it wouldn't really matter anyway.
Mine is the quietest Harley. That's
won't be
why.
soon.
Yeah, it won't be soon. Good
but
luck, my neighbours.
I saw this thing on Facebook where someone said, "Oh, this is happening today," because it got rolled out start of the month maybe. It's actually being rolled out today, or from that day onwards. So it's like a phased rollout. So not everyone will have to do it at once. It's also optional at this point in time.
It's
So
optional.
The photo's optional.
So like, I don't want my photo taken.
It's
But
up,
for
to
a
the, it's
bike.
up to the garage to do it.
Oh, okay,
It's up to the
fine.
garage to do it. So they
Fine.
might say no for whatever reason. Apparently, it doesn't really add much time onto what the garage does. I went and spoke to a dealership who does MOTs, and they're like, doesn't change anything for us because, funnily enough, they did everything legitimately and above board. So they didn't have a problem with it. And it doesn't take very long to take the photos. But for the unscrupulous folks who like to run small plates and stuff, you're going to just have to run the normal plate like everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I guess after it's all rolled out and it comes into play, I think it will eventually go, you have to take photos.
Yeah.
They'll make you do it.
That's fair enough. That works. It's a good system. I can appreciate it from the fact that being overseas, when we don't really have MOTs and stuff like that, when it comes to the second-hand market, or whether or not like there's going to be more accidents on the road and what have you, I'm all for making sure that your vehicle is safe and roadworthy, because why would you ride it or drive it? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
On to something which is some really good value for money, which not many people know about. We had, about a week ago, we had Paul Day from Klim come in. Some people might refer to it as Klim. Klim or
Oh,
Klim, it is
milk.
pronounced Klim. If you say it backwards. And he was telling us that they do something called the GPG program, which is basically if you have an accident whilst wearing your Klim gear, they will contribute to replacing it.
Awesome.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a very unknown fact, I think, for a
Not
lot of people.
know about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
And they've just changed it for this year. So they've updated it and made it even better. So if you didn't know about it, now you know about it a little bit more. I'll run through it, the details. So they will repair or replace it if you've had an incident, depending on obviously how bad it was. And they do 2 tiers of coverage. So it's almost like an insurance for the item. You know, you've just spent however much money on a bit of kit. I mean, a
good bit of
Badlands
money,
is
yeah.
well over £1,000.
Yeah.
Even like the the jackets less than that, they still cover those as well. So tier 1 will be like your Badlands, your X1 Alpha, the helmet, like that's all the top tier stuff. That gets covered by Pro Shield. So it's got a 5-year coverage window. So 5 years you've got to have a spill if you so wish, and they will replace 100% of the item, so up to 100% of the cost, whether they still make that item or
That's
the
mental.
replacement. But you need a police report. So even if there's no one else involved, you need to get a police report for it. If you don't get a police report for whatever reason, they will still contribute 50% of the cost.
That's still mental. In my
It is.
eyes, that is really good value for money as a customer.
Yeah, oh definitely, because it's quite sad if you were to have an incident, and let's say you don't claim on your own insurance, because if it's just you, like I've had a few incidents where I've fallen off my own bike, not claimed on the insurance because, well, it's just me, so I don't need to. My bike's been okay, you know, put a new brake lever on it, fine, but my gear is ruined because I've gone through it. So, and then I've got to shell out again for another bit of kit.
Yeah. I guess the good thing about that is if you didn't do anything to your bike, let's say, and it's fine, you can fix it yourself, and you don't have to, you know, go for insurance to fix it, like you've gone off-roading or whatever. You don't have to risk increasing your insurance premium
Yeah,
by
exactly.
by claiming to get your kit renewed, basically.
Lose no
money.
claims bonus, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
For that, so they do a second tier as well. So for the stuff that's not the top level, but they still cover all the other stuff, like the denim and the Marrakesh, I believe, falls into this category. I will put a link in the description with all of the details of it. They do, it's just a 2-year window, so still pretty decent amount of time, and you get 50% replacement with a police report and 25% without it. So still covering the slightly less expensive stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're going to get covered as well. So
Well,
it's
it's
pretty
value
simple.
for money in terms of its like value amount. I feel like that is really good going. You know, so like I wouldn't, if it was like £300, wouldn't expect like a 400% back.
yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not as things go when it comes to garments, especially nowadays for some reason. It's like 300 quid is like, it's like the new £100, isn't
Yeah.
it? For like kit and what have you. So I don't feel like that's too bad going.
They've got your back,
Yeah.
which I think is their own tagline.
That's assuming that all of your gear is climb, because you mentioned about not having to do like the insurance of trying to claim for the rest of your gear. But if you only do it for like your jacket or your trouser, then you have to do it for the rest of it.
That is true.
Yeah, unless you have a climb helmet, jacket, trouser, gloves, boots.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fine.
But it's good ways to just save money in the grand scheme of things.
At least on some of the more expensive items as well.
Yeah. Some insurance premiums are absolutely mental at the moment.
Astronomical.
Like, I feel bad for the guy that had an off the other day. Witnessed that. That was not fun. But he's had to go for insurance. I've actually had phone calls for it. And I'm dreading to think how much that's going to be when he gets back on a bike. Because he's fine. He's getting another bike, I believe, at some point.
Yeah.
But it's just the insurance premium that's going to be absolute mental.
Just to clarify, Tom was involved by witness, not by...
Association. I didn't cause it.
No.
Yeah, he just shoulder checked a cardo van.
It's not very nice, is
like
it?
a transit. Yeah.
Ouch. But he's
Not
all
fun.
right.
He's all right.
He's all right. Bike's not so all right.
No, and
That's all right.
the first thing he said to me was, "You're the guy from Infinity." I was just like, "This guy is so delirious." Should have started the least of your worries right now. You know.
Not is your bike okay?
Yeah.
It's nice you get recognised.
He's a big name around here.
Yeah, big name.
Not is my bike okay, which is like the classic answer.
Yeah.
Are you that guy from Infinity?
Yeah, that was it was really random because I was like full of adrenaline as well because I just witnessed it. I was like, "Oh, is this guy okay?" And then he just said that. I was like, "He's not okay."
He needs medical attention.
Yeah.
Stat. Oh, fair play. Nice, good of you to step in as well and give him your details. Cause
Well, anyone else would, wouldn't they? So
you like to hope.
you would like to hope. There's a fair few cars that did just go past, and some of them weren't as polite or generous, or I don't know how to describe it. They were mean.
Everyone's in a rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you do not want to be like that alone,
No.
do you?
I came off on the roundabout going up to the M3 just before you get to work, and it was rush hour, so I was getting to work for 9. I came off on some like diesel in the road or oil, came off, and I remember falling off the bike, and then just everyone was carried on going around the roundabout, and I was like, what? So I just jumped up into the middle of the roundabout, and there's just cars just going around the roundabout, going around my bike, and I'm
Ridiculous.
like, is everyone really in this much of a rush that no one's gonna like even stop just to let me like get my bike out of the way?
Yeah.
So even then, when I was like trying to get my bike up and back out onto the dual carriageway, like people just didn't care.
That's so jarring.
Gotta go to work. Ah.
That's infuriating.
It was very upsetting. So I make a point now, if I see anything, I'll be extra super nice.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is I then had to go and replace all of my gear at my own expense.
Really?
Yeah.
When I
Because I didn't have any climb stuff, so I couldn't claim it back. If I'd have known,
Yeah.
I would have got a new jacket and trousers, and I'd have been okay. They weren't like destroyed, but like enough had like gone through the arm that
you don't
you
want
could
to wear
like
it again.
you could see the armour through
Yeah.
it. So I didn't wear it again. Well, I wore it like 2 or 3 times until I bought my new stuff.
Yeah,
But,
that's fair enough.
which was a bit of a shame.
But yeah, so when I had my off, insurance paid out for my kit, which is quite good. It does normally end up that way when you have like an insurance claim or whatever else like that. But I think it's because I didn't long it out in terms of trying to go through all the processes and get more money out of the insurance company. They kind of said like, well, we can check in on you in 3 months to still if you still have the injury. But all I had was like a couple of bruises, so just paid out like 2.5 grand.
Oh,
so I spent
fair.
it on like a car and some clothing.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Fair play.
I was just like, yeah, new clothes and a car.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Sometimes, what car do you buy?
Mazda 6, not nice. It was constantly in the garage, as Jonah would know. I bought a high mileage. I thought it was going to be a Hero, but it wasn't.
Should have bought
It was
some.
an absolute
Bought another motorbike.
It did, actually,
Oh, nice.
after the fact.
Bought that.
Yeah.
Fair. I was thinking what would be quite good if you had if your helmet was then of no use to you. Dainese have actually launched a new program called the Impacto Life.
Life Impacto.
Life Impacto, thank you. Which is basically they take a plastic helmet and they will recycle it into a new helmet.
Cool.
So whether you're just finished because it's at the end of its life because you've had it for X amount of years, or whether maybe you did have a little knock, they can shred it all up into pieces. I think they put some of it in some chemicals and make it into a goo, and then they
Nice.
can remake that into a new helmet.
Nice. What's it? Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with my old helmets, I've either put them into a plant pot, made them a little planter,
Nice.
or like donated them. You can donate them to like fire stations
Yeah,
for them to do
training.
training on. And the ones which I liked, I've put on the wall.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't do that for all of them. So that's quite nice. The only shame about the Dainese, not shame, it's really good. It is a really good system. It's obviously just quite new, so they're still trialing it. So
Yeah.
it is only available currently in some European countries, not this European country. You have to go and drop it off like a Dainese store and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. But it's like it's a bigger picture thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, well, stuff which has a shelf life.
Yeah.
Plastic helmets is normally like 2 to 3 years. Fiberglass would be 5 to 6. There or thereabouts, brand dependent. Depends on how you look after it. And it's kind
Yeah.
of like in the bin, done. But actually, you can just kind of, it's not
Reuse
going to
it.
landfill. It can go somewhere.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if you see that expand. More people offer that, and actually kind of reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, that's
Good
the
way of
term.
putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously don't
Dainese
reuse
Life,
roll and
Impacto.
recycle helmet. But
Yeah.
for the purposes of this, the fact that, yeah, the thermoplastic in it, you know, reusing those materials and being able to kind of, create new life in
Mm.
it, isn't it?
It is. I think they mix it with lemon juice or something. Like, they use like a citric acid.
Oh, that's
I
a funky
think.
lemonade.
Wouldn't drink
Mm.
it.
Nice and lovely. Plastic helmets. New sense of life.
Talking of merch,
And live.
there's some. I saw a new product hit the shelf.
Hit the shelf? Yeah.
That was rubbish.
So
Fine.
hard to talk about our own stuff because I don't want it to sound like we're always pushing our own things.
To be fair, we don't really push our own stuff that often. We don't.
Yeah, but when we do, we're like really nervous about it.
Yeah. We've got a really cool range of lifestyle tees.
Nice.
That's for the video watchers to see that. The
Yeah.
audio people, you'll have to look up on the website later.
Yeah, Evan's just got up and wiggled his rear at the
Yeah,
camera.
you can see all the Infinity lifestyle tees. I think they're really cool. They're really comfy. Nice.
Nice fit, nice
material.
length.
Yeah, really
Not that
good.
weird, nice tight collar. It's, I don't know what the GSM is for it, but it's relatively middleweight sort of weight for the t-shirts. It's not heavyweight, so you can still wear it during the summer months and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not so lightweight that if you sweat, people could see your chest hair.
Yeah, no, it's a good mix. It's got
Yeah.
a very good mix. And to add on to the Infinity branded stuff, we just released 2 bike covers. So there's a medium and a large bike cover. They're a nice, very like affordable cover. So it's $22.99 for the medium and $24.99 for the large. They've got a nice Infinity logo on them as well. So they should be going on the website probably by the time this show is out. And they also do a nice neck tube.
Yeah.
At an astonishing $4.99.
Mental, little fiver.
That's nice. That is. And I did the modelling for it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I've kept it.
It's just got a nice neck.
Yeah, I breathed in it and coughed in it to make sure it's definitely mine. Yeah, it's a
Just
nice.
kept
It's
it.
got all the nice new Infinity logo on it and everything, so it's lovely.
Pristine.
Yeah, available
Cool.
in store and online now.
And also Evans is available to be a neck model.
I can neck model anything you like.
Yeah, neck anything.
I do. Yep. buffs, scarves, bandanas, jewellery, neck a pint of Guinness.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the On The Gear podcast. I'm actually going to be a bit naughty and not reveal what bike it was I played at the start of the episode, and instead you're going to have to wait to the start of next episode to find out what it is. So get guessing in the comments below. Thanks for listening.